grade friends. So our story this week is going to be School's First Day of School. And as we read this story, you are going to be thinking about those vocabulary words that we talked about earlier on and to make sure that you understand the story, okay? So if you see a vocabulary word, I want you to think and give a V for vocabulary as we read it. And this story's author is Adam Rex, which means that he helped write the words, and its illustrator is Christian Robinson, which means that she helped draw the pictures. So, School's First Day of School. That summer, they dug up the big field and poured the foundation and set brick on top of brick until they built a school. A sign above the door read Frederick Douglass Elementary. That's a good name for me, thought the school. Most days, a man named Janitor came to mop the floor and mop the school and buff his floors and wash his windows. I think I saw one of those vocabulary words. Remember, a janitor is someone that's going to help us clean up the school and take care of it. This is nice, the school said to Janitor. Just the two of us. Won't be just us for long, said Janitor. Soon the teachers will come, and then you'll be filled with children. The school creaked. Children? All kinds of children. They'll come to play games and to learn. Oh, said the school, will you be here? You'll see me after the school day is over, said Janitor. Don't worry, you'll like the children. But the school thought that Janitor was probably wrong about that. Then they came. The children did, and there were more of them than the school could have ever imagined. They got everywhere. They opened and closed all the doors and lockers and drank water from his fountain and played on his jungle gym. So that's what that's for, thought the school. Some of the older kids gathered by the school's back fence and showed each other their bored faces. Remember, bored's one of our vocabulary words from this week too. Bored means that you're just not interested. This place stinks, said one, and the school gasped. Another vocab word. I hate school, said another with puffy hair to his agreement of his friends. The school sagged a little. One very small girl with freckles didn't want to come inside the school at all. Her mother had to carry her. I must be awful, the school whispered to himself. Later, he squirted the puffy-haired kid in the face, then felt bad about it afterwards. He watched the kindergarten kid sit on one of his rugs. The teacher said, as we go around the circle, please tell us your name. There was an Aiden, and a Max, and a Bella, and another Aiden, and an Emma, and a Caden. The small girl with freckles was next, but she wouldn't speak. She only stared at her shoes until the teacher moved on. I don't like school, she whispered into her lap. Well, thought the school, maybe it doesn't like you either. The children were in their chairs finally, but just as they were starting to relax, the fire alarm sounded, and all the children exited and walked to the other side of the field and stared at him. He was so embarrassed. He held his doors open for them when they returned. Sorry, he said, as the first child returned. Sorry, 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 he told them, even the girl with the freckles. At 12 o'clock, the school was filled with food. At 12:30, the school was filled with garbage. At one table, a boy told a funny joke, and another boy laughed so hard that milk came out of his nose. Now I'm covered with nose milk, thought the school. He had to admit it was a pretty funny joke, though. Even the girls with freckles liked it. After lunch, the kindergarten kids learned about shapes. A rectangle has 4 sides, said the teacher. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a square has 4 sides too. In fact, a square is actually a special kind of rectangle. Wow, said the school. I did not know that. Afterwards, the children made pictures with glitter and paste. The girl with freckles made a picture of the school. It looks just like me, thought the school, except glittery. It's like she's known me all of my life. Do you think I could have your picture? The teacher asked her. Don't tell anyone, but I think it's the best. The school thought she was probably right about that. The freckled girl smiled when the teacher stuck her drawing onto the school wall with a push pin. Ouch, said the school, but he didn't mind. Not really. At 3 o'clock, the parents came to pick up the children. At 3:30, janitor came to pick up the school. I was full of kids, the school told him. And I heard a joke, and I accidentally had a fire drill, but everyone was nice about it, and I listened to a classroom and learned about shapes. You had a big day, said janitor. The school said, do you think you could invite everyone to come back tomorrow, especially the little freckled girl? Janitor nodded. I'll see what I can do. Later, janitor sat on top of the school and they watched the sun go down. In the beginning, I didn't know what I was, said the school. I thought I was your house. Nope, said janitor. I suppose some other place gets to be your house, the school added. Janitor nodded. That's true, but you get to be a school, and that's lucky. And the school thought he was probably right about that. All right, my friends, so that's the end of our story. I'm going to add some comprehension questions onto Seesaw to see if you guys can remember things about the story, and I'm going to be asking you some questions. Thanks for listening.